morning. Welcome to Finally Friday Slowdown, and I'm Amanda, as always, here at my shop Wildflyer. Well, I'm not always here. I seem to be here a lot, but this is my new business. It's in Florida, and my other shop is in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, so sometimes I film from that location over there. So anyways, it's time for our slowdown. It's time to reset. And for some of us, that's not a possibility at times. When we have a lot of, things going on in our lives. And like for me tonight, I've got a pop-up shop at this local place. It's a very busy local place. The radio station's gonna be there, and I'm really excited about it. And I know for me, I have to get centered before I take any actions, and especially going into a situation where, yes, I'm excited. I've got a lot of anticipation, maybe even a little bit of nervousness that this practice is going to bring some calm to my being, and that's what we need to do for ourselves when we're stressed out, when we've got things coming at us left and right. It's like, we don't have time to slow down. No. Yeah, that's exactly what you don't even worry about the time. Time becomes irrelevant because everything will work out in the right time. It's the most important thing at times like these, when we have a lot going on, to stay centered, to come from a place of calm, because if you don't, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to F up here and there. And that's when more things get piled up. So it's like, sometimes when we're running around trying to do all this stuff at once, and we'll forget something, or it's unhealthy, and it's not good for our bodies. So what do we need to do? We need to take some time to be good to our bodies. So I want to share a little bit about, tonight for me, it's almost like this full circle thing going on, because in a former life, I used to party and drink a lot, and this place was one of the places that I hit my rock bottom. And I'm going down there tonight for totally different reasons than I used to. And it's a very successful business. It's basically, it's like a local staple. Like, everyone knows about this place, and I'm partnering up with them. And it's like, it's a really, really amazing feeling, And I was just, was thinking about how yoga has played into my life up to this point, and how it's given me so much perspective. It's like a roadmap that I can continue to study for the rest of my life. And it's a roadmap into my consciousness, into myself, and it's a pathway to my higher self. My higher self had this in mind all the time, but I didn't know that back then, so yoga has given me a way to look at things differently. And, the first yama of the yamas and the niyamas is ahimsa, which is do no harm, and if we took just one of the yamas and applied that to our life, how much is that going to affect us and other people's, just to do no harm to oneself or others? Like, imagine if you practiced all of the principles of yoga, how much magic can happen. And that's the thing, you don't have to practice all of them. You can practice just one. You can practice just, asana, and pretty soon you're gonna, and that's what brings a lot of people in, is asana, which is the movement, which is what we're familiar with, and it helps us be comfortable in our bodies for the first time. Sometimes in our lives, we become comfortable in our own skin through the practice of yoga. So whatever, path you choose, it's going to lead to the same place. And that's the beauty of this practice. So with that being said, go find a blanket, and you might want a block. All I've got is a blanket here. Maybe a block if you want to use it for adjusting, or, it's for a prop. Otherwise, I'll meet you on the mat. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat. We're going to take a nice, short, flowy, slow practice. And go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to start with 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just finding your center, finding your peace inside as you release the week, release your day. Release whatever's been going on. Whatever's going on in your mind. Whatever emotions you're feeling, just let it all go right here. Bring your hands to heart center. And from this space, set your intention. Maybe it's to bring awareness to any discomfort that you're feeling. Maybe it's to let go or release something. Whatever's going to bring you that little bit of peace and calm, that little bit that can spread to others, to the rest of the areas of your life. And then go ahead and come into a child's pose. Bring your toes together, your knees wide, bring your arms out in front. Let your forehead rest on the earth. Maybe bring your hands together so that there's a direct circulation of energy in your body. And then just bring the awareness to the breath. Noticing any discomfort that arises. And like a little seed that's protected and full of potential, allow this space to grow for yourself. Allow yourself this room. And then release your hands and then just slide forward. Slither as close to the earth as you can and come into a cobra pose. Bring your forearms to the earth. Inhale. Reach your heart forward. Let your shoulders fall back and down. Let the pelvis be connected to the earth here and just breathe. And then release your torso down to the earth and slide your hands back, pressing the tops of the feet into the earth. Draw the shoulders back, shoulder blades pressed together, and inhale for a little mini cobra. Exhale, come back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Not even pressing up, just inhaling like a balloon lifting. And then exhale. Tuck your toes and then press yourself into a tabletop. Take a few cat-cows here. Inhaling to draw the energy in. Exhale to give it back. This symbiotic relationship between our body and minds, between the earth and the air. Tuck your toes, press your hands into the mat, and make your way into your first down dog. Take any movement here that feels good, maybe dropping knees from left to right. towards your hands and make your way into a forward fold. And release your arms. Maybe take opposite elbows, rocking back and forth. Release your hands. Press your feet into the earth as you start to rise. Let your torso be heavy. And then roll the shoulders back. Reset the arms. Inhale, gather all that prana overhead and bring your hands together. And then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Come back to your intention. Inhale, lift that intention up, offering it up. And then exhale to surrender. Knowing the results are not in your hands. Inhale, halfway up, lifting the heart. Exhale, step both feet back into a plank. Press the heels back and engage the palms, drawing up through the crown. Bring the shoulders back and down. Option to lower the knees. With the elbows as tightly into the rib cage as possible, slowly start to lower. Come all the way down. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale, press back to down dog. Look towards the hands and make your way into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Inhale, the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more sun salutation. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands and either jump or step back to chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhale back to down dog. 3 breaths here. On the next inhale, step the right foot between the hands. Place the back foot down into 45 degrees and rise for warrior one. Exhale, bring the arms back down and step the right foot back to down dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, rise for warrior one. And then exhale, come back down, step the left foot back to plank. And take a flow as you exhale for chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. 3 breaths here. Bend the knees and either hop or step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Just the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Release the hands. And just notice how that got the heart flowing, the blood pumping. Notice the heartbeat. Notice the flow of prana. Bring the hands to heart center and step the left foot back to a warrior one position. And then inhale, reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, adjust your stance for warrior two. Back foot is perpendicular to the back of the mat. Gazing out over the right arm. Rooting down through the hips, down through the feet, and then elongate the spine as you reach in all directions. Inhale to lift the arms up, and inhale, the arm overhead for reverse warrior. Calling in abundance, calling in all that you deserve. And then exhale, bring the arms back down, circle, sweep, all the way back down to come into a high lunge. And step the right foot back to down dog. Look to your hands, bend the knees, and either hop or step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Shift the weight over into the left foot and step the right foot back to warrior one. Inhale, both arms overhead. And then exhale, warrior two. Take a nice wide stance. Rooting down through the feet, through the pelvis, reaching through both arms wide, lengthening the spine. Inhale, arms overhead, reverse warrior. And then exhale, both arms come back down. Step the left foot back to plank. And here, you can either move to down dog or take a flow. Meet back in down dog. 3 breaths here. Coming back to the intention. Letting go of that stagnancy. Look toward the hands. Bend the knees and either hop or step into forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift the weight over into the right foot and step the left foot back, coming into warrior one. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. And then exhale to warrior two. 3 breaths here. Gazing out over the right arm. Just feeling so strong in your legs. On the next breath, inhale both arms to come up overhead. And then exhale, goddess pose. As you drop the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. How far can you sink down? Keeping the spine long, keeping the heart lifted. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to the back of the mat for warrior two. 3 breaths here. Strong, focused, and centered. Inhale, back overhead. And then exhale, sweep the arms back all the way down into wide-legged forward fold. Let your head be heavy. Let the elbows fall out to the side. Widen the pelvis. And release. Walk the hands in front of you and take a little halfway up. And release that down. And then walk the hands to the front of the mat and shift your stance and come into a high lunge. So from here, you're going to plant the left hand and inhale the right arm high to take a twist. Keep the spine long, keep that space in the heart wide as you reach your right hand up to the sky. And then drop the left knee. Reach the right arm back towards the left foot. You can stay here or maybe take hold of the left foot. Let the right leg fall over and take corkscrew. Keep the spine long. Come back to your breath and notice where it's shaky. Notice where it wants to catch. And then release your foot. Come back to a high lunge. And then we're going to switch sides. You're going to jump switch. Plant the right hand, inhale the left arm high. Keep that space in the heart open. Drawing that left shoulder back and down into the socket. Keeping the spine long. And then drop the right knee. Reach back towards the right foot and maybe take a hold of it. Letting the left leg fall over. Keep the spine long and draw the left shoulder back. Breathe. And release. Step the left foot back to plank. You can press into down dog or take a flow. Meeting back in down dog. 3 breaths here. Look to the hands, bend the knees, and hop or step up into forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Release the hands. Just let the attention and the awareness rest within. Noticing where there's been space. Noticing your heartbeat. Noticing your connection to the earth. Noticing your crown's connection to the heavens. Space around us. Shift the weight over into the right foot and step the left foot back into warrior one. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, bring the hands down to heart center and shift your weight forward. Just breathe here, spine is long. And then shift forward and come into a warrior three. Maybe releasing the arms behind you. Calling in balance. And then shift your weight forward, bringing the left leg in front of you. Cross the left foot over the right knee and sit back for figure four chair pose. And then slowly rise, release the left leg and shake it out. Come back to center. You rock your feet back and forth, find your connection. Shift your weight over into the left foot and step the right foot back to warrior one. Inhale, both arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center and shift your weight forward. Keep the spine long. Shift forward even more and come into warrior three. 3 breaths here. Finding that stillness, finding that balance. And then standing up straight, bringing the right leg in front of you, crossing it over the left, and finding figure four chair pose. And shake out the legs, shake out the hands, shake out the hips, and then find your mountain pose. Find your connection. And then heel toe the feet out to the sides of the mat and sink the hips down. Come into a yogi squat. You might want to bring a blanket or a block to sit on if this is too much of a stretch for you. Bring your hands to heart center, pressing the elbows into the knees. And take a little moment just to ground and center, feeling your connection here. Spine is long, heart is lifted. From the root all the way through the spine. And then slowly start to sit back down. Bring one leg at a time in front of you and come into boat pose. One more breath here. And then exhale, bring the feet together like a book. Let the knees fall out to the side. Lengthen through the spine and melt the heart forward. Keep the spine long. Keep the root rooted, the pelvis rooted. Each breath, extend through the spine, and each exhale, melt a little further. Let the heart melt forward. Bring the knees together. Come back to boat. Exhale to come down. Inhale to come up. Exhale to go down. And inhale to come up. One more time. Exhale to go down. Inhale to come up. And exhale, bring the feet back together and come back to center. Inhale to lift the heart. And exhale, keep the spine long and come forward. Releasing through the hips. Round through the spine and let the head fall. Going inside. Sending the breath to all those places that need love, that need attention, that need release. Just noticing it. We all have them. We all have those soft spots. We just don't acknowledge them. We try to be tough. We try to pretend they're not there. This is the safe space to acknowledge and accept and love every part of yourself. Gently walk yourself back up to center. Close your knees together. And go ahead and come down to your back. Knees bent, palms by the side, and lift the hips for bridge pose. Squeezing the inner thighs, but not touching them. Feel the widening of the pelvis and the release of the buttocks. Maybe even bring your hands to your pelvis. Just gently letting your pelvis open. Rooting down through the back of the neck. Drawing the chin to the chest. And then release. Hug the knees into center. Give yourself a hug. You rock back and forth, just massaging the back of your back, the lower back. And then release the feet. We'll take another bridge. Inhale to rise. Maybe walking the shoulders together, maybe clasping the hands behind the back. Maybe lifting one leg towards the sky. The other one. And when you're ready, release back down. Hug the knees in. And then start to roll. Come back up to center. Find your blanket. And sit on the blanket just to elevate the hips. So we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana breath. This is going to balance out the right and left hemisphere of the brain, balances out our masculine and our feminine energies. And we've been doing some balancing poses in this practice because that also helps us to balance out our physical bodies. And when we do that, when we bring physical balance into our awareness, it spills out into the rest of our lives. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover up our right nostril with our thumb, and you're going to bend your middle and your pointer fingers, and we'll take a deep breath in. First we'll take one clearing breath, and then we'll take a breath in, cover our right nostril, and we'll do about 10 rounds of alternate breath work. So I'll show you a full round and we'll just go from there. So take a deep breath in, out through the mouth, and then another deep breath in, cover the right nostril and exhale through the left, in through the left, out through the right as you cover the left, in through the right, out through the left. That was one round. Continue on. Doing great. Halfway through. Continue a few more rounds. breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top. Relax your mind, relax your shoulders, release the spine, rest your gaze towards the third eye, and then release the breath. Just keep the eyes closed. Notice the space inside. Notice the feeling of peace and calm that envelops you. I invite you to stay here as long as you want. Just staying in the space of peace and calm. Bringing your hands together in Anjali Mudra, in reverence. Just resting in this space. And I hope this practice has brought you peace and calm you can carry with you into the rest of your life, that you can share with others. And have a beautiful day. Namaste.